Hi, it's Kat from All Belong to Kat's Big Queer Poly World, where I talk about all things queer, poly, neurodiverse, mental health, and whatever else comes to mind. If you were here last week, you saw me do part one of my most recent trip to Vegas, a fun little review of all the things we did and saw there. Last week I talked about the stuff we did downtown. This week we're going to talk about all the things we got to see and do on the Strip. Welcome back, friends. If you missed last week's episode, I talked about the first half of our Vegas trip and all the things we did and saw downtown. And today's episode, I'm going to talk to you about what we did and saw and where we stayed while we were on the Strip. So, the second half of our Vegas vacation, we stayed on the Strip and we stayed at the Flamingo. And I've stayed there before. I like the Flamingo, it's pretty. They have flamingos. The hotel is clean, the staff is pretty nice, and this time I checked out their spa and got a hot desert stone massage, and it was amazing. It was well worth the price, and I would definitely do that again. So we definitely like staying at the Flamingo. So while we were on the Strip, we stayed at the Flamingo for swimming and pool time, and we went 2 days, and overall, we really enjoyed the pool vibe at the Flamingo. So we checked out the over 21 area. I believe there is a family friendly area. We didn't check that part out. We usually stay over in the adult side. And like most of the other Vegas adult pools, they're about 3.5 feet. They're not really intended to swim in. They're more set up as a day club, dance, socialize, have a drink, enjoy the sun and some fun. We got a day bed that first day. It came with our own server who was perfectly nice and really on top of things, came over and served us each and every time we came in and out of the water or the pool area. The music was great. It was very loud the first day, but not so loud that you couldn't think straight or hear yourself talk. It was a good vibe. It was dancey. There were a lot of people. The pool was nice. There's a waterfall. It was a really fun, cool atmosphere the first day. I will note that be careful if you're renting a daybed or cabana in any of the Vegas areas. Often they list a price for the rental, but they often also include a minimum purchase requirement for the day while you're there. In this case, the daybed had a $100 minimum order, which was fine. We had lunch there. We had a few drinks. Not a big deal, but do keep that in mind if you are on a budget. The thing we didn't like about the pool at the Flamingo was the second day that we went. So they have rotating DJs, I believe, and the DJ who was there the second day, the music was terrible. The music was so loud and chaotic that it drove us out. And I was very glad that I hadn't rented a daybed for the second day, because as a hotel guest, we got regular access in and out for free. Had I rented a daybed, I would have been annoyed that I couldn't really enjoy it because it was really, really too loud. And I wasn't the only one who noticed that. Sometimes I feel a little bit old when I say things like that, but the attendance at the pool was definitely down that day, and the vibe just wasn't as fun. So we totally enjoyed it the first day, not as much the second day. We'll definitely go back and give it a shot another time, though. So where did we eat on the Strip? So we chose to have our big meals at the Bacchanal this time. So we had we had dinner there one time and breakfast there one time. And it's one of the more expensive buffets in Vegas, but it's worth it. The buffet is unlike anything I've ever seen. I have been a couple of times and have yet to be able to try everything. So we went for dinner, and I didn't even get to take dinner pictures because we ate so much. But I did take pictures of after dinner desserts for two, and then also breakfast and after breakfast desserts as well. In case you can't tell, we like our desserts the most. They had fabulous desserts. The French toast, they had bananas Foster French toast on the buffet. I had 3 servings. It was amazing. And they had slabs of bacon, like a bacon steak, for both breakfast and dinner. And if you know me, I am all about the bacon, bacon, bacon. So definitely check out the Bacchanal if you're in Vegas on the Strip. Again, it is a little pricey, but I think it's well worth the money. Aside from that, while we were on the Strip, we mostly just ate at low-key food court type places to save our money for the shows, which I will talk to you about next. So speaking of shows and some of the things we did, we headed over to the Bellagio to check out their amazing fountain show and also the botanical garden, and that's inside, and I have visited it every time I've been in Vegas. They change it seasonally, and it's just beautiful and amazing, and so and it's free, so I always recommend checking out the botanical gardens inside Bellagio if you are in Vegas. And then we also got to see a show at the Bellagio. We went and saw O, which is a Cirque du Soleil show. We have not done that. I've never seen one before. It was amazing. It was beautiful, and I have attention deficit and often have a hard time sitting through shows and movies and things like that. It kept my attention the entire time from start to finish. It was beautiful. It was stunning, and they didn't allow you to take pictures after the first minute or so, which at first I was a little grouchy about because I like to take my pictures. But in the end, I was really happy because had I been trying to take photos of everything I saw, I would have missed even more than I'm sure I already missed. There was so much to see. So if you are in Vegas and get a chance to check out a Cirque du Soleil show, I highly recommend doing it. I've seen the O and think it's amazing, and it's made me want to check out a few more shows next time I go back. The other show that we saw while we were on the Strip this time was the RuPaul's Live Drag Race Vegas show. So this is not the competition, it's a show which features former contestants on RuPaul's Drag Race. And I love RuPaul's Drag Race, and so I was super excited to get to go. It was held right there in the Flamingo, which is where we stayed, so it was very convenient. The prices were reasonable for a Vegas show. We got decent seats. I will say if you go to this show, try to get an end seat, because if you get a middle seat, you are kind of crunched in on both sides. So as far as seating, I lucked out and had picked an end seat anyway, so that was nice. You could see well. It was well done, and there were 6 girls this time. It's a rotating cast, so I got to see Derek Barry and Latrice Royale and Chanel, among others, and it was a really cool, fun, amazing show. It kept you going. There was no lulls in the show when they were set changing. There were videos going, and what surprised me was that not only were the contestants, the girls themselves, amazing, which I knew they would be, but their pit crew is astounding. They are hot, 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 but also really, really good dancers. So I thought it was a really good show. My partner who was with me, who has seen RuPaul's Drag Race but isn't necessarily a super fan, thought it was a fun show, enjoyed himself, and so we would definitely recommend going to see that if you get a chance while you're in Vegas. So that is about all we managed to fit into our week-long trip to Vegas, where we prioritized relaxing and having fun. We are going to try to increase how often we go to Vegas, so check back for future reviews on places we go and things we do. I hope you found this video enjoyable, and if you gave it a thumbs up, that would help me out a lot. If you have been to Vegas and you know of places that you think we should check out next time we go, please drop me a note in the comments. I'd love to hear from you.